Yo, what's going on YouTube? AB Trades over here. Today we're October the 29th or 1 p.m. So I'm a lot more earlier than yesterday. I recorded this at 5 p.m. but y'all don't care about none of that, man. So boom, let's get into it, man. So let's just show the P&L real quick. As you can see, boom, 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 boom. I didn't trade on this one because my Express, I had it earlier. I failed it and I just got it back to fund it. I'm like, you know what, I don't even care. So I just did that, and then yeah, so I'm really just trading on 4 accounts for Topstep. For my Tradeify, all 5 accounts, as you guys can see over here, boom, up 1.7k, some calm. All right, boom, let's get into it. So looking at news, I see that it's FOMC, so I'm already kind of skeptical about what price might want to do, right? So coming into MNQ, I see that. All right, let's just go on the 4 hour real quick. We have this 4 hour. I'm on the right time frame. Nah, either way, we have this 4 hour for value gap right over here, right? That's one of my, if price were to be bearish, I definitely target that. We have this new daily open gap, which I don't really care to touch. It's FOMC. I just want to go for small moves, nothing too crazy. And then we have the all-time highs, or the let me just go down over here and show you guys real quick. We had a London high. If I could just put this back real quick. Yeah. So we had a London high over here. So I'm like, all right, we could probably do something with this. Cool. So we had a London high if I wanted to be bullish, and we had the 4 hour value gap if I wanted to be bearish. So I go down onto the 15. I see, okay, cool. We got a 15-minute for value gap over here. We have an SMT over here. All right, calm. I didn't really have a bias yet, but I just wanted to see what price wanted to do. So we also have this 15-minute for value gap right over here. Price comes into it and pushes down kind of, right? But I wasn't really looking too much into that. I seen this 5-minute for value gap, and I want to see what price wants to do with this. The 5-minute for value gap is at the extreme, so I'm like, all right, let's see what price wants to do. If I want to be bearish, I want to see price tap into it like it just did, go down, do a change in the state, maybe on a lower time frame or something, and then after that, boom, just take it all the way to the 4 hour or 4 hour gap open, and that's literally it for my day. So what did price do at open? I'm gonna show you guys 9:30. Skyrocketed. As soon as it went all the way up, I'm like, I'm not playing with NQ, bro. Leave me alone. So boom. I was already looking at both charts, but when I seen that on MNQ, I was like, I don't want to touch MNQ. Yo, NQ has been doing all types of craziness these past few days, man. I've seen a lot of traders like go crazy, blow all types of accounts and get depressed and post videos like I don't, day trading is the worst has been the worst thing in my life, all of that, man. So yo, it's crazy, bro. So yeah, coming into gold, which is what boom. So coming into gold, I'm just going to I'm gonna just go into the 4 hour real quick. I was like, all right, nothing too crazy. We did have this super small 4 hour gap over here, but I'm not gonna touch that. I want to go for small moves, nothing too major. So I'm like, all right, let me go down to the 1 hour. 1 hour, I seen here we have this beautiful 1 hour breaker block over here. It's so beautiful. I'm like, oh my goodness. And on top of that, we were in an order block at this extreme right over here. So as in this order block, I'm kind of expecting, okay, I want to see price tap into this, reverse, go all the way down, touch that 1 hour breaker block. That's literally my move. If anything, if not, then price would probably go up and touch this high and keep it pushing. But I was like, nah, I'm pretty sure price is probably going to be bullish right now, because look, we had this whole move upwards. It makes sense for it to want to go down at least. So let me show you guys this, at least on the 1 hour. It would make sense if price is doing this entire move to at least try to come down to equilibrium. So just literally just the 50%, right? It makes sense for price to at least try to come down over here and then try to either go up or something. But if it wants to go all the way down, it has to touch this. So I'm like, it has to at least come down over here, rebalance itself, and then do whatever it wants to do. So I'm a little bit I was already bearish because the entire Asia session was just going high, and yeah. So let me just go down to the 15-minute. I seen over here that boom, on the 15 we had an SMT. We had a 15-minute inverse value gap. Price ended up tapping this, respecting it. So yeah, let me just put 9:30. So 9:30, the gap came. There was also a 5-minute gap at that exact spot, which I was eyeing it. Price ended up tapping into that 5-minute gap, inverse value gap, my bad. It tapped into it. Off the rip, I wanted to put in an entry because look, it tapped into it. I wanted to put in an entry, but my stop right at the high over here, make it super tight, and just take it. I was about to say ride it all the way down. That's crazy, but just take it all the way down, right? So I ended up just not doing that. I was like, you know, I want to wait around like 9:30 ish to see what price does. I open because NQ was doing some nonsense, but I just know to always wait for 9:30 to come through. So I'm just going 2 minute actually. That's right for my change in the state. So as price was already starting to do its thing, already I actually got in somewhere around over here. I just had a nice hunch. I'm not gonna lie to you, but like I had my 15-minute inverse gap. We're in the order block already at an SMT. I was like, you know what? Price already starting to go downwards. If price goes above this, 9 times out of 10, price is just gonna be bullish. So I had the right bias, and on top of that, let me just bring out my thing over here. Midnight candle was all the way down over here at the bottom. The 8:30 was, where was 8:30 if I'm not mistaken? 8:30 open was just right around over here, so we're not too far from it. But the fact that the midnight's all the way down here, so yeah, seeing with all of those things combined, we had the midnight price over here, 8:30. We were just right around it. We just tapped into it. Now we're going down. I'm like, okay, you know what? It's a good trade. I think this is really and truly an A+ setup. So yeah, 5-minute inverse got tapped into. It's going down. I have this 2-minute change in the state over here. All right, cool. Let's get into it. With the SMT combined, and we're in a 1-hour order block. We're already in a key level. We're about to bounce down to another key level, 1-hour breaker block. I'm like, bro, let's take it, bro. Boom. I took the trade. The trade was playing with me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think I left like my trade one time and then got a re-entry again, but my trade was playing with me. And this is one of the things that has helped me to make more money. It's kind of risky, but it works, but it is risky though. So what I would do is, if price, for example, were to go like all the way down, right, it would make a huge distance compared to the original original thing. So imagine if I'm in this trade, right, I'm risking $100 to make $300. What I would do is, as soon as price would go somewhere around down over here, so let me just find like maybe something on the 3-minute, like a 3-minute order block or something like that. Let me find right over here. So what I ended up doing was, when price went all the way down, I think when price was probably around somewhere over here, price just came back from sweeping this, right? I'm like, you know what, since I already risked, so mind you, I risked $100 over here, I'm trying to make 300 over here. What I did was I added some more contracts, so my contracts probably run down over here, and I put my stop over here. So now I'm risking $100 to make probably 500, 600, and I kept on doing that probably like 1-2 times to stack it up, and then I ended up touching 1.7, because normally I actually risked 350-ish to make 1,000 something. But then as I started adding more contracts within my trade, after I seen it kept respect confluence after confluence, I'm like, okay, boom. So after I ended up doing that, I made around 1.7, and that's really it, man. So it was a bunch of trades in one, but the main trade was that I took earlier up around this 2-minute change in the state. But already, as I seen that 5-minute inverse value gap get respected, tapped into, respected, I was like, okay, that's already a good enough sign. With the SMT, high level, high time frame, key level, 1-hour order block right over here, and we're targeting this 1-hour beautiful breaker block. I just held my trade. It was A+ setup. I held it, and yeah, man, 15K across 9 accounts for the first day. That is insane. I hope that I keep it up, man, and I don't do nothing stupid, man. I do not want to lose this. I really want to make a payout video for you guys and do the 100K withdrawal challenge or whatever. But yeah, man, that's really it for today. Enjoy. Peace.